All right, series recap time. Major series recap here. Yankees drop 2 out of 3 to the Detroit Tigers over the weekend in a very frustrating series on the road. Before we dive into this disappointing finale in particular, you guys know what to do. You guys know what time it is. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that subscribe button. Closing in on 2,000 subscribers. The gap is closing between the not-subscribed and the subscribed. Let's keep that same energy. Let's keep it going right here at Yankees Digest. Bring you all things New York Yankees. So, in life, there are 3 things that are promised. Death, taxes, and blown saves by Clay Holmes. Just call a spade. And there's nothing more terrifying for Yankee fans than seeing this. Seeing this guy warming up with a 1-run lead going into the 9th inning. It's terrifying. It used to be the opposite. When Mariano Rivera was warming up back in the day, looming, you knew that cutter, you knew he was coming in 9 times out of 10 to get the job done. But with this guy here, with Clay Holmes, I'm beyond done with this guy. And we dropped the video earlier, shout out to the homegirl Gabby, about his impending free agency and how it's going to be tied in with the Juan Soto contract, also pending free agent. But this decision was made for me months ago. I'm letting this guy walk. I'm letting him walk immediately because 10 blown saves. Let's get to the graphic. If I can find it. If I can find it. There we go. There we go, right there. Clay Holmes. He leads Major League Baseball with 10 blown saves. 10. Count them. 10. 10 times this guy has failed at his job. Like, can you imagine working at McDonald's? You're working on the cash register. I've worked at McDonald's, so I'm just using this, some context here. And you give the customer the wrong amount of change on 10 occasions, and you mess up the final count of the money for the day. Now, after about 2 or 3 times, you're definitely going to get kicked off the cash register and probably thrown into the assembly line making sandwiches and Big Macs. But you're not going to keep your job. They're not going to keep you on cash register. So Clay Holmes has messed up the count and given the wrong change to customers 10 times this year. 10. He leads Major League Baseball in blown saves. 10. This guy, he needs to be moved from the closer role. I'm willing to put anybody in there. I'm willing to try Luke Weaver for a week to see how that goes. Tommy Kahnle, try him for a week. I'm willing to go with anybody but him as the closer for the New York Yankees moving forward. Because these games, we're in the second half, winding down, rapidly approaching the end of the regular season. And you are in a dogfight, a rock'em sock'em robot dogfight with the Baltimore Orioles for the AL East. And every game this guy blows, 10 of them now, you make things that much harder at the end of the season when you want to stay out of that wild card spot. This was comedy. This had all the makings of a vintage Yankee Comedy Central loss. They're due for a few of them per year. Remember the one in the Orioles? Also a blown save by Clay Holmes with Verdugo forgetting how to play left field. Ironically enough, left field yet again. This time it's not Verdugo who is sitting. It's the Martian. The Martian forgot how to play left field because he double clutches on a RBI single left field. Easy throw home. The runner would have been out by 10 feet. When he has the ball, when he gets the ball, this is what I knew that this was just destined for like Walt Disney comedy. When he has the ball, he double clutches. He had him dead to rights. He fires that immediately. He throws out that runner, no problem. But for whatever reason, I don't know in AAA, maybe they play left field differently than they do at the show. He double clutches, holds on, late throw, Yankees lose. Just like that. And it ruined it ruined a great performance by, I definitely don't want to show that again. It ruined a great performance by Marcus Strowman. Because this is what Strowman gave you. Strowman gave you 6 innings, 4 hits, no runs, only walked 2, struck out 5. This is the Marcus Strowman that can pitch a playoff game. This is the Marcus. So he's going to get his flowers. He's going to get a slow clap. He's going to get some love on this episode. Because he did his job. He did his job. And you knew going up against Skubal, a guy who I wanted the Yankees to trade for at the trade deadline, you knew that runs were going to be at a premium. Yankees scratched out 1 run on a wild pitch. Gleyber Torres. That's it. That's it. Couldn't get anything from Soto. Couldn't get anything from Judge. Couldn't get anything from nobody. Scratched out 1 run. And then in extra innings, you get another on a DJ LeMahieu RBI single with the ghost runner. But that's it. That's it. The offense was not working. So you needed the bullpen to do its job. And Luke Weaver did his job. Tommy Kahnle did his job. He's all the way back from his litany of injuries. He looks really, really sharp. He's been really, really, really solid, especially the second half of the season. A couple hiccups here and there, but for the most part, Kahnle's been sharp. Luke Weaver is giving you above and beyond anything that I could have imagined. But again, it keeps coming back to this guy here. Keeps coming back to him. It keeps coming back to Clay Holmes. This guy continues to blow games, blow saves again and again and again and again and again and again and again. And honestly, you would have thought at the trade deadline, this would be the primary focus of Brian Cashman, Hal Steinbrenner. Listen, we got to get somebody who can close, who has the ability, who has a history of closing, just in case we got to pull the plug on this guy. But no, the pride comes before the fall. They are so dug in, 10 toes down on Clay Holmes. You go out and get a journeyman, Aniel De Los Santos, who they DFA'd, and Mark Leiter, who, by the way, was the losing pitcher tonight as well. He came in and he gave up those hits immediately in extra innings. This has been a train wreck at the end of games for the Yankees. And mark my words, we're going to come back to this guy here. We're going to come back to him when we're wrapping up the season and wondering and going into the tournament, because the Yankees are headed to the playoffs. There's no doubt about it. They're headed to the playoffs. But the more he blows saves, the more the Yankees are going to be trending toward the wild card. And again, the Yankees don't have a strong history in that wild card round. They don't. I want to win the AL East. I want to at least have the security like, okay, we got the division series, all right? We got at least the minimum, the best 3 out of 5. We're not playing a 1-game playoff or a best 2 out of 3, whatever the format is, because there's like 8 wild card teams now. You have a little bit of grace to set up your rotation and set up your bullpen with the AL East crown. But now, because of the 10th blown save from Mr. Holmes, you're in a deadlock tie with the Orioles, who won earlier today, knocking off the Boston Red Sox. And you could have been in sole possession of first place going into your next series. But no. The Yankees had to hand the ball over to Clay Holmes for Clay Holmes to do what he does best, and that's blow games. He has a PhD in blowing saves. Like there's nobody I know who's better at blowing saves right now than Clay Holmes. He wakes out of bed and he can't wait to blow a save. Again, he's a contact pitcher, and I know what a lot of apologists are going to say. They're just like, well, he's got great stuff, a bloop here and an infield single here. Miss me with that. Your job is to get outs, to get 3 outs in the 9th inning with the lead. That's literally the job title, job description of a closer. So if you're not a swing and miss guy, if you are a contact guy like Holmes is, get it done. Get it done. He doesn't get it done again. The Yankees lose. He blows his 10th save, and the Yankees are tied in the AL East yet again with the Baltimore Orioles. So another disappointing loss disappointing. Again, what sucks too. It was a Little League World Series special game in Williamsport. I used to live in the Pennsylvania area, so I've been out there. Lovely stadium. Yeah, you had the Yankees playing in front of Little Leaguers. You had the Tigers playing in front of Little Leaguers. You know, they're watching Juan Soto and Aaron Judge in person, like just fanboying out. You love to see it. I mean, it would have been me. I trust me, I was fanboying out for A-Rod and Jeter growing up. You know what I mean? So, and Ken Griffey too. But disappointing loss. Obviously, no bobblehead because when the Yankees lose, you do not see Aaron Judge, you do not see Giancarlo, Mr. Strikeout King himself, and you don't see Willie Randolph. You know, no bobblehead. So, Yankees, another disappointing loss. You know, but they'll try to bounce back. Still about a month and a half left of regular season baseball before the tournament starts and things get real. So. That does it here for Yankees Digest. Bring you all things New York Yankees. It's been your boy, Ugo Onyianta. Come on back. Come on this journey as the Yankees try to bounce back and get back in the win column. This has been Ugo Onyianta with Yankees Digest. Bring you all things Yankees. You guys take it easy. Peace.